What began as an experiment to bring my 11-year-old daughter into my business has evolved into Our Young Creators, a podcast, a training center, and a movement dedicated to equipping kids with real-world marketable skills so that they can fund their own brighter futures. We're here to inspire you to turn consumption time on devices into creation time and use technology as a tool to bond and not bicker with your kids. Join us each week as we share the inner workings of our partnership and bring you stories from guests of all ages and from all walks of life on our quest to nurture and to celebrate our young creators. Stay in your own lane. Today, we're going to dive into how that really important advice really changed my life this last weekend. If you're brand new here at Our Young Creators, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, hello and thank you for being here. My name is Yang Pratt. I'm a 17-year performing arts studio owner turned chief dreamer, podcaster, and author right here at Our Young Creators. Here at OYC, we are committed to turning consumption time on devices into creation time. Welcome, my friends. This past weekend, I really learned what staying in your own lane meant. Oftentimes, as we go through life, we're pretty good at staying in our own lanes. Sometimes, though, we're just pulled in or sucked into this vortex where we're pulled into a new lane and we're heading headfirst into something I call Comparison Island. Now, Comparison Island is the place where we start comparing ourselves and our accomplishments, or lack thereof sometimes, to someone else's. What we're forgetting, though, is that when we're looking at the highlights reel on someone's social media accounts, we're comparing their highlights to ours, even though we may not be at the same points in our business. For instance, you may be just starting your entrepreneurial journey and you're comparing yourself to someone who's in the middle of their journey or who has been doing it for loads and loads of years. That's literally like comparing apples and oranges. They're totally two different things because you're at different points in your life, and that's okay. And when you're on Comparison Island, what I find often happens is there's lots of mind chatter that happens, right? We start asking ourselves things like, well, I did that thing and it didn't work for me. So that means there must be something wrong with me because I just didn't do it right. Maybe I just didn't follow the directions, right? And sometimes the chatter can go on and on and on. And we sometimes even start believing that chatter. We're choosing to think those thoughts. However, they're not even real. We have made them up in our own heads, which is why Comparison Island is really the place where dreams go off to die, goals are never realized, our life purpose is never lived out. So this past weekend, I have to brag a little bit on 8 amazing women. They came to me to learn how to podcast in a weekend. And on Saturday, I shared a video about how my good friend and biz bestie, Kim White, challenged me to help her put her podcast together, but she didn't want it to take months and months and months because she's busy, like I know all of you are super busy, and she wanted to do it as quickly as possible. So I will link up that video from Saturday's live below this once we're done, so you can take a look at that. But what I found about staying in our own lanes is this. When we commit to a project and we dive headfirst off the cliff, and we trust in the process of a mentor that we are connecting with, and we dive in and we are there to swim, magical things can happen. And that's exactly what happened. These lovely ladies dove headfirst into this process, which sometimes seems a little backwards when you first learn it the way that I like to do it. However, they were committed. And because we were going to do it in only 3 days, it was a fast win. So watching them dive into each of these videos and completing their workbooks in order to put all the pieces in place of their podcast automation machine, that was so exciting for me. And even today, I'm feeling over the moon. And when I see friends like Angie come on, I get even more excited because all of you, my friends, each and every one of you has a message to share. If you're already doing live video, you're in the perfect position to do something like podcast in a weekend, where you learn to take those videos and automate them, turning them into a podcast so you can focus on the things that you love to do, like sharing with your audience on live video. Angie, they were so amazing, these 8 ladies, and I just cannot give them enough kudos. I feel kind of like a mama bear with my cubs, and they were by my side throughout the weekend, and now they're off on their own, gathering their own food in the form of new people coming into their lives who need them. And that just lights me up. And today I have felt this wave of excitement and just passion and drive to want to do this more and more. And I have been flying through everything this morning. All of my creative ventures, they were checked off in fast time. And I have these 8 ladies to thank because they told me that I lit a fire underneath them. But I think, though, the more accurate description is that they lit a fire within me, a fire that was already there. But because they trusted in me and in this process, they were able to take what I was teaching them and apply it. And now I'm happy to welcome to the world 8 brand new podcasters. And over the coming weeks, I'm going to bring each one of them on to share about the nature of their podcasts and really what the process was like to go through a whole system in a weekend. Because before this, I was teaching podcasting over 8 weeks, which is still a pretty short amount of time. However, then to do all of that in a weekend, taking the most important things, getting everything live, and giving everyone really fast wins, like this is the way of the future. This is the way that I want to be able to show up for all of you, because when I can help you win, you're helping me win as well. And it's just this give, and a win-win for everybody. So my friends, that's what I learned about staying in your own lane. Once you're in there, stay focused, go the course, don't be distracted by those drivers next to you waving, hey, come with me, we're on the way to Comparison Island to dwell. We definitely do not want to be living like that. So stay the course, jump in, commit fully, and if I can help you in any way, please reach out to me and let me know. Angie says fast is good, and that is absolutely correct. Sometimes you have to do it fast. You have to do it a little messy, as my friend Kim would say, and that's better than not doing it at all. So let's dive in. Let's jump in together, my friends, and let me know how I can help you get your message out into the world. I will catch you next time, my friends. Cheers.